boundary square on the leg side for Joss Butler now is only 58 metres, so it's not a very big boundary to the right of screen. That's why the line is scampered through for one.
I think there'll be lots of slow deliveries from Lungi to the left-handed option of Sam Curran. Obviously, would be going across him or away from him, and if he wants to try and drag it, he'd have to go to the big boundary.
South Africa are going to need a very good start with the bat. It's going to be good batting conditions. This pitch has been baking under this hot sun. New hard balls going to come on nicely, presumably. No news from de Kock at this stage about his injury, so we're not sure after him going for scans. Slow delivery again.
So effective, particularly for new batters at the crease. It's difficult, but a man like Joss Butler, who's been there for a while, he's 100% convinced about what he's trying to do and he's implementing. The other point you making there, Hayes, is it was a difficult first 10 overs. It wasn't for England, and the ball nipped around, it stood up steeply with his movement, his seam movement, swing movement. And as you say, the sun's baked it down. There's going to be that heavy roller used at the half-time break. So I don't think the initial 10 overs for South Africa will be that or as difficult as it was for England to negotiate. So that's why that's the score. I know it seems formidable, but I think they would still be backing themselves.
That's gone over the top. That is a fine shot. That's a strong shot for 6.
Yeah, it was that noise off the bat that you just heard, and the connection was so pure. Sam Curran. Maybe a few too many slower balls from Lungi Ngidi. Almost every single delivery's been a slower ball. 108, 112, 114, 112, 111, and that's kilometers per hour. So every single delivery's been a slower ball.
That's the length here, KP. That's too short. It gives him so much time to adjust. Djokovic would be happy with that backhander.
That's it so well, so well. That's gone as well. Another one, 6 more. Back-to-back sixes, 23 runs on that over. 305 for 6 now, 300 up in style.
We talked about the last 2 overs going for 6. Well, that's put pay to all that good work done by South Africa. That was brilliant striking. You would have actually been banking on Lungi Ngidi to come on and maybe go for 8 or 10. He's become so accustomed to doing a quality job at the back end, but the England batters have had the perfect plans in place. These are the boundaries. Short, wide, slow ball, carved away over the offside. Holds the pose, waits, picks on the shorter boundary. But then these 2 strikes were brilliant. He had 4 runs off 9 deliveries before these 2. And he's absolutely executed perfectly.
It's some shot, that. I mean, he looks very still there, but he wasn't still because he backed away to square leg and then he came back into line, and on contact, I suppose, he was still. The pictures don't lie, but just before that, his head was going everywhere, Sam Curran.
Can look to come back for the second. Slight hesitation from Curran, but no dramas, safely home, good running.
Oh, 335 if England go 10s. Just gone for 20 odd in the previous over. This is a real good score. This is a very good score. Almost 40 overs of batting. And that's just because the first 10 overs were so difficult.
Yeah, right option by Jansen, but gets the skill wrong. He saw him move early and tried to go as wide as possible.
Be a massive dent too, by the way, if de Kock can't bat. But, I mean, he's someone who doesn't show pain normally. He's a real tough nut, Quinton de Kock. Looked like he was in some trouble. Wayne Parnell might be hampered by his foot as well. But de Kock is going to be the big one. That's going to be the interest to see if he can start.
Yeah, because at the top of the order, he does such a good job. He actually settles the dressing room down, does Quinton de Kock. He can get away. It was an external injury, so There have been circumstances where you can numb the pain a little bit and then go out there and treat the injury tomorrow.
One short for the over. One
That's
shot.
a brave delivery from Janssen. 2 men up on the offside, and you can see the game plan on that kind of delivery. Just looking to help it up and over was Josh Butler. Didn't manage to make contact. Plenty of room behind the wicket keeper.
Oh, big swing and a miss. He's annoyed himself with that one, Butler. Thought that one was in the arc. Would have been going a long, long way had there been connection with that. There wasn't, though. Dot ball. Just trotting through for one.
There's been a few allocations for time-wise, and you think of the injury to Wayne Parnell, Quinton de Kock. There's a few things that were checked, so you've got to get through one more over and start it probably in the next 3 or 4 minutes. Also started only at 3 minutes past 10.
Oh, that's nicely bowled by Janssen. Still can't stop the single, so 7 off that over. We've got 2 overs left now, 311 for 6.
Yeah, Janssen's actually done well after 7 overs here with Butler at the crease, and I was looking to strike him. He's ended up with 10 overs, 1 for 66, which in the context of 312 for 6 after 48 is not too bad.
All right, it's going to be a nice little tussle for the last 2 overs. What can South Africa do? Obviously, ideally, they'd like to pick up a wicket and stop this partnership, which is 37 off 25 deliveries. Continue at 10 and over, they get to 331. Ngidi about to start his 9th. And that's been cracked. Is that 6 more? It is. That's the 3rd 6 in a row, I think, from Curran off Ngidi.
Yeah, it is, Hayes, you're quite right. 6-6-6 at the moment. It's the length that Sean Pollock talked about. It's just that short of a length. A little bit full, a little bit harder to hit. Like Janssen bowling to Josh Butler in the previous over, but that's just short and it just says hit me.
Yeah, this is the form that we've been looking to see from Sam Curran, the SA20, and he's kind of found his straps. He was slow to get going, and then all of a sudden, as you say, 18 in 3 deliveries. He now sits of 23 of 13. We're just not used to seeing Lungi Ngidi dealt with in this fashion at the back end of any innings.
Hard on the ground, it's going to be 1. And Butler's going to be facing up to Ngidi now, who also hit a 6 off him in the last over.
And Sam Curran is just tonking you everywhere, and you think, okay, there we go, new batter. Oops, it's Butler. Butler's on 83. Striking at 107 only today.
Butler on 83, and you probably think to yourself, I'd rather bowl to him than Sam Curran at this stage.
Well, it is the short boundary that he's hitting to. All the boundary riders are out on the leg side.
Straight as a die. That is powerful. 1 bounce, 4 runs.
Yeah, I'm thinking there's the other option for Lungi Ngidi is to put fine leg back and try and get the leg stump Yorker in. As we said in the SA20, the last 5 was so matches that he's practiced. This has been the go-to. Outside off stump, wide line. Trying to bowl lots of slow deliveries. But he's having to change because of the way and how destructive England are being here at the back end. This is really quality finishing by this England duo.
Bottom edge, no run that time.
I was actually going to say, I think the play here is wide of off stump to Josh Butler. You don't want to be bowling it into his arc. All he's looking to do, and you can see he's stepping across his stumps here. He's practicing. The practice swings for Josh Butler is stand across your stumps and just hoik it into the leg side. I think that's the smart option. Get it away from his eyes. Get it away from the short boundary. Make him hit to the bigger boundary and also make him hit over cover. Anything straight, anything full, it's 4 or 6.
His last 10 balls, Ngidi, have gone for 34 runs. A little medal. Still through for 1. The back of the upper arm that time. Looks like he's just struggling a little bit here. Ngidi is stretching that hamstring, it seems. Last ball of Ngidi today. And that has been hit high. Is it going to be caught? It has gone for 4. Very good effort by Maharaj. 4 runs it is. The signal came in from the boundary rider. So 49 overs gone. 16 off that over. 328 for 6.
He's just not used to being dealt in this fashion. Ngidi, the quality strike. He's gone for the back of the length. Interesting to see where Lungi Ngidi finishes there, straight in front of the stumps. But a valiant effort from Maharaj. He launched himself. I think he's broken something as it's fallen off. I don't know if it's a chain or something along those lines. But a difficult day for Lungi Ngidi at the back end. Was so brilliant with that new ball in his hand, but hasn't been able to come back strong. And looks like he's going to limp off with a little niggle. So his Paul Royals will be a little bit concerned about the way he's acting at that moment.
In South Africa, of course, there's another game playing Kimberley. Look, here it is. He always fronts up. 1 for 52 his return. He's only bowled 8 at this stage. Going to finish with 9. It's the start of the last over. He's 100% no matter what's going on. Unrek Norkia.
Yeah, as far as the over 8 goes, I think South Africa are fine. I know it's 7 minutes past 2 and they're supposed to have started the last over by 2 o'clock, but they only bowled the first delivery at 3 minutes past 10. It was about 4 or 5 minutes with the Quinton de Kock injury, Wayne Parnell injury. So we've got news from downstairs that they're okay. There won't be any penalty points being deducted.
Swing and a miss again. Sam Curran's had a couple of lusty blows over the last little while. Trying to repeat the dose, couldn't quite do so.
This is also not an easy skill. I know that they do a lot of this, the bowlers these days, where they come back for 1 over spells, but after 49 overs, he probably bowled his last over in about the 35th or 36th over. To be able to come and hit your strap for 6 deliveries at the back end.
It's a good catch. Nicely taken by Heinrich Klaassen. Went pretty quickly. Not much of a deviation, but it was low. And good sharp work from the keeper. Into Sam Curran.
Yeah, brilliant take by Klaassen. Had to get into the role of wicketkeeper today because of the injury to Quinton de Kock. And he takes a spectacular one. It's pace, it's got a little edge on it, it's low. That's the hard one to take down by the ankles. It's the one hand, actually. The other hand just comes around for security. So that's brilliant from Heinrich Klaassen. But a really good innings of 28 of 17 comes to an end from Sam Curran. He struck it beautifully and has given England the real little bit of impetus they required at the back end. 329 for 7. Curran goes for 28.
Yeah, this is a really sharp chance taken by Heinrich Klaassen. Right at the toe end of the bat. Nestled nicely in that left hand. It's a fine grab.
I was actually having a chat with Lisa Healy about the technique of that, and the hardest thing for a wicketkeeper is not to stand up. They've got to try and stay as low as possible and then move before they stand up. That's what he did brilliantly there, did Klaassen. Stayed nice and low and was able to get the real low and left catch. Dil Rashid, 3 balls to go. I think he's just thinking single, get Joss on strike.
It's a good total, 329 at the moment. So you have to bowl that one again, I think, as well. And it goes for 4.
I think there might be a bit of an element of regret here from Nokia, because I understand thinking the little full in-swinging Yorker might have been the better option. It's regarded as a wide, it's gone away to the boundary, 5 runs added to the total. It's a little bit of insult to injury at the back end here.
Yeah, it was quick. You can sort of see the method, which was just actually the execution of the ball, execution of the length. That intimidation factor from Nokia. Yeah, these guys, they like swinging. More clever from Butler. Clever, clever, clever. Ever aware. Smart cricket.
And you get the impression maybe Klaassen a little bit out of practice. He kind of wasn't expecting that. He caught the ball and there was a slight pause before he cottoned on to the fact that he had to try and throw it at the stumps. So Butler, he's going to have 2 deliveries. Have a look at Klaassen here. Takes the catch and then only remembers or sees that Butler's coming through. And that's good cricket awareness from Butler.
Right, what can Butler do of these last 2 deliveries? Total's good, 335 for 7. It's very difficult batting earlier today in the first 10 overs, but they've come back superbly. Have England. Let's pick that up. Has he found the gap? Yeah, he has. That's 4 runs.
Nowhere near where he was looking to hit it. Josh Butler was probably going to go wide with wicket and try and hit it rather straight, but it's a bit of a smear. Inside edge. Flies away between the 2 fielders behind square on the leg side. A bonus boundary. And at this stage, when you've been there for 82 deliveries, you probably think you deserve a little bit of luck.
Yeah, definitely not where he was looking. Heinrich Nokia is quite lucky that he didn't get it where he was looking. Final delivery, 339 England.
He's got underneath that one. Has he hit it far enough? Plugs a little bit. Johnson tidies up, slight hesitation, but they come back for the 3rd quite comfortably. And that is a very good total. All things considered, really tough first up. Got a couple of partnerships together. Now they've got 342 for 7.
Yeah, Hazy, I think that is an exceptional total from England, especially considering what happened at the toss, and South Africa just getting England a bat on a wicket that was quite difficult, actually. 2 brand new white balls, it was difficult, but the last 4 overs is where